to a nearby convenience store and fill it with a Pepsi Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew, or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Hi, Discover. It's Jennifer Coolidge, and your cashback match has inspired me.
Great. We love doubling the cashback you earn at the end of your first year.
I'm doubling everything.
Every time or your money back. Stay on your A game with all the parts you need at the prices you want. It's easy to bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give Lowe's Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score. Shop the day after an assist to earn those extra points. Not a Lowe's Rewards member? Join for free today. Visit Lowe's.com/Messi for more details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? On America's birthday weekend, why not stop by America's #1 brakes destination? Right now, you can save 15% when you buy a set of OE quality Duralast pads and rotors, and up to 50% when you bundle Shop Pro brake cleaner and brake fluid with Sil Glide brake lubricant. It's just part of our 4th of July sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hey everybody, Andy Hart here. 40 by the 4th? Did you take Awaken 180 up on their offer of dropping 40 pounds by the 4th? If so, you're reaching your goal next week if you haven't already. 2 months to change your life. I know it did for me. I didn't have 40 to lose. I had 20, I thought. Reached that goal in just 4 weeks. What I didn't realize was I had another 10 to shed, and guess what? I did it for free with Awaken 180. Between my new approach to foods and the free support for life, I dropped another 10 pounds in free maintenance. Know what my Awaken 180 coach at the Seekonk location said? Eat more burgers, more pasta. Your body is doing its job. Embrace it. And boy, I sure am this summer. Will I put that 30 pounds back on? Nope. Can you reach your goals with Awaken 180? Definitely. The program works. It's easy and it's a game changer. Change the game and choose the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. Call 1-844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
The cost of summer vacations has gone up. From burgers on the grill, how about the fare increase now for the Cape Cod tunnel permits? FindMassMoney.gov wants you to know you may have summer vacation money coming to you don't even know about. Enter your name at FindMassMoney.gov. The money could be coming to you from forgotten bank accounts, payroll, refund checks, insurance proceeds. Before you find your tan line this summer, let's see if you got some money coming to you from FindMassMoney.gov. FindMassMoney.gov. It's fast, easy, and free.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Back here on the Mass Red Sox and Blue Jays tonight, playing the middle of 3 from Fenway. Sox trying to win a series at Fenway Park. It would also be their 5th consecutive series win if they're able to get a win tonight or tomorrow. It'll be Brian Bayo on the mound. He beat the Blue Jays in his last start out last week when they swept Toronto up in Rogers Center. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. It is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Celebrate the Great American Sales Event and join the Bronco family, or get a great offer on America's best-selling trucks, F-Series, official truck of the Red Sox.
Game 2 with the Toronto Blue Jays and with the manager Alex Cora. And really, I heard you say it after the game. We were feeling it upstairs last night. That, since 21, is the most fun Fenway has been, and what a way to end it. All the fellas in the dugout contributed to that win. That had to thrill you as the manager.
No, it was good, and everybody was prepared. As you know, we got a different roster than a month ago, and it's a deep roster position player-wise, and we're gonna we're going to use our players. I bet a lot of people were surprised. We hit for Massa. We're going to do that. We hit for Reese in a situation that we felt one swing get us back to the game. So, they're prepared. They understand what's going on, and they're playing good baseball.
It's so fun to watch you move the chess pieces around in these spots. And not a lot of managers, frankly, are empowered to do it the way that you do. I would imagine that nights like last night are when you have the most fun doing your job.
Love it. Just understanding what they're trying to do. I think that we're in a similar situation as us, bullpen-wise. They had that rain delay in Cleveland, so they had two lefties down. So we knew that coming in, just like they knew we were a little beat down in the bullpen. So trying to maximize the roster. And, we put him in a spot, when Tyler hits double, we got ref, and we don't mind Romy facing a righty if that's the case, and Romy came through.
That's what's so fun about it, right, Alex? Because you have to think 3-4 moves ahead. When you put Rob out there, are you assuming they're going to walk him there?
Usually they don't, right? But they did, and obviously having the righty ready, we pinched it for Dom. They won that righty-righty matchup, but we felt comfortable. Yeah, I think Ref and Romy, they can hit lefties and righties, so we just got to make sure we use them the right way, and most of the time they have contributed.
Good luck mustache for Romy. It is so fun to watch each of these individual guys respond to the opportunities that you give them, and you find a way to find these lanes and situations and moments in which they can succeed. Let's talk about Romy last night. I mean, he was so pumped up. Your dugout went crazy. You've talked about him for a long time, but how he can help you. What was that moment like?
Yeah, it was great. I think the group, they do a pretty good job preparing. I think the leader in the clubhouse is Ref. When they don't start, they're in the cage like around the fifth inning, talking to the hitting coaches, possible situations. And yesterday was cool, and whenever I look back, Ref was ready, then you look to the left and Romy was ready. It's like, oh, okay, cool. We're thinking the same game, and like I said, it's all of them, man. They're producing, they're doing an outstanding job preparing and executing.
Early on, I remember you saying you didn't necessarily love the 3-hitter rule that baseball put in. It adds this level, though, of strategy and intrigue for the way you manage. Have you turned on it, and have you sort of, adapted to it being in place?
Adapted from both ends, offensively and from the pitching part of it. You got to be very careful because you're going to fall into some traps. And, like I tell Bells, not all the time you're going to have the advantage, right? We're going to have some bad matchups. The guys have to execute anyways. And offensively, with this group, it's interesting because you got to pick where you're going to use the lefty, right? We got 7-8 of them in the lineup. Obviously, Rafi in that pocket, with O'Neill behind him. You have to pick and choose. And I think yesterday they chose to save their lefty, obviously, for Rafi. We were able to maximize our matchups in the top of the order. They miss a play. Hammond hits a homer, got us back to the game. So right now, I do believe it's very hard unless you got 3 lefties in the bullpen and they're all available that night.
I think there's kind of a false narrative around what Kenley has been this year and, frankly, what he was in the offseason, because I've been around this club since February, and he's bought totally into this thing, and here he goes pitching 3 days in a row. He's now got 6 appearances in the last 9 days, and he's right in the middle of the celebration on the diamond. He's totally into this.
He is, and I think the beauty of this town, the beauty of this market is that they ask for guys to be transparent and genuine, and when they are, people don't like it, and he was very honest about his situation, but that doesn't mean that he checked out, right? It's the other way around, man. This guy, he's available. Spring training was easy for him. He didn't do much, just like Marty, and it took him a while to get going early in the season with the walk and the timing, but right now he's in a great spot. Obviously, he'll be down today, probably he'll be down tomorrow, but I think we got other guys that can do the job tonight.
It was so cool to see the Larry O'Brien trophy here in the hands of the Jays. I thought it was great that they came out together. It seemed to give your club a real lift. Everybody was locked into what the Celtics were doing.
Yeah, and we did something different. We let everybody in the clubhouse at 6 o'clock. So we got a bunch of players, staff, families, in our clubhouse, half hour before the guys come out, and they loved it. They took pictures, they talked to them. I think, you're only going to have that night once, right, during the season. So why not? It was fun. It was interesting because they were asking if that's the vibe before a game every day. I'm like, yeah, they have music and everything. It seems like Joe is very strict.
How'd the Twins have a good time? I saw they were in their jerseys, and it's so cool that you let the families and the kids in there. How'd the boys do?
Yeah, they love it. They know who they are now, and I think yesterday was actually, they wanted to go to the parade, but no chance. But yesterday was great, and to be able to see them, in the pictures, with a smile on their face is awesome.
Two more quick ones. Vladdy is back in that spot. We saw some signs of it in Toronto. It's just loud all over the place. I know you're always careful with him, but do you agree that he's in one of those periods where you got to be particularly careful with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's good, and he loves hitting here. It's amazing the type of hitter he is and what he can do on a nightly basis. But at the same time, we've been successful, in certain games, and we'll try to get him out 4 times tonight.
And, Tanner, again, last night, he had really good stuff. The catcher's interference kind of derails things for him. And now you go to Bayo tonight. Building towards something better for Bayo. What do you see from him?
I believe so. I think he's in a good spot. The changeup was okay in the last one. He made some pitches when he needed to, right? There was a lot of traffic out there, but he executed pitches, and we expect the same thing tonight.
Thank you for the time, and thanks for being my tech support.
Thank you, Will.
All right, there you go. The manager, Alex Cora, with Will Fleming. It'll be Will and Lou on the call tonight for Red Sox and Blue Jays. Time now to see who's in the hot tub. The injury and Blue Jays. Time now to see who's in the hot tub. The injury update. Presented by New England Spas. Create your own home paradise with a soothing new hot tub, swim spa, sauna, or cold plunge from New England Spas, the home relaxation specialist. Visit New England Spas in Natick, Norwell, Auburn, and now in Warwick. Online at nespas.com. Liam Hendricks, who, of course, had Tommy John surgery this season, maybe much of this season. He is still recovering from that. However, he is slated to throw a bullpen session later this week. So that's, I would say, a good sign. We'll get you the Red Sox starting lineup as well as a look at the scores across Major League Baseball coming up next on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Hey contractors and builders, it's Will Fleming. Ready to elevate your game? You already trust AZEK Exteriors as the #1 brand for premium exterior trim. Now, get ready to take on siding installation like never before. Introducing AZEK Exteriors' new bevel and shake siding, the game changer your clients have been waiting for. Deliver the classic beauty of cedar siding with unbeatable rot-free durability. Score big with AZEK Exterior siding on your next project. Visit azekexteriors.com to order samples or learn more.
Playing it safe at home means having health insurance. And if you need coverage right now, the Massachusetts Health Connector has a lineup loaded with power. The Connector Care program is available to more people than ever and includes low premiums and no deductibles, keeping you covered and saving you money for everything from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Everyone in Massachusetts is required to have health insurance. If you need it, go to mahealthconnector.org today and find the right plan for you and your family. That's mahealthconnector.org.
What is insurance?
Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now,
Mountain Dew or Starry. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi for the road.
Hi, Discover. It's Jennifer Coolidge, and your cashback match has inspired me.
Great. We love doubling the cashback you earn at the end of your first year.
I'm doubling everything now. I'm double dating. I'm double dipping.
Discover cashback match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Superchargers, headlights, and more. With over 122 million parts, eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to
No one knows the importance of a great assist more than Lowe's and Leo Messi. That's why we've teamed up to give My Lowe's Rewards members 10 times the points when Messi makes an assist during CONMEBOL Copa America USA 2024. Activate this offer starting June 20th, so when Messi assists, you score.
Destination. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy a set of OE quality Duralast pads and rotors, and up to 50% when you bundle Shop Pro brake cleaner and brake fluid with Sil-Glide brake lubricant. It's just part of our 4th of July sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI.
Back here on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox trying to stay hot as they take on the Toronto Blue Jays tonight in the middle of 3 from Fenway Park. Brian Bayo will get the start, who looked pretty good his last time out against this same Toronto team. He comes into this one 7-4 with a 4.83 ERA. He will be opposed by Kevin Gausman, who's going to see a Red Sox lineup that is brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Jarren Duran, once again in the leadoff spot. He's played in every game this year. He's on a game last night, of course, was the game winner, a RBI single to score Cedar Rafaela in the bottom of the 9th for a walk-off win for the Sox over the Jays. So they are now a perfect 4-0 against Toronto to start this year. So Duran will be in center field leading off, followed by Enmanuel Valdez, the second baseman, batting second. Willier Abreu is in right field batting third. Rafael Devers, who homered for the 15th time last night, is at third base batting fourth. Tyler O'Neill, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Masataka Yoshida is the DH batting sixth. He had a couple of hits last night. Dominic Smith, and again doing this for Brian Bayo as he looks to get his 8th win of the season. Time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Let love bloom in a 2024 Subaru with symmetrical all-wheel drive. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. A couple of games already underway. The Baltimore Orioles are off to a 2-1 lead over the Guardians as they play in the top of the second inning. Philly here as the Yankees take on the Mets in Queens. Cole's season debut was last week against Baltimore, where he went 4 innings, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits, walked 1, and struck out 5. But Garrett Cole goes tonight. Pirates and Reds from Cincinnati. You have the Braves and the Cardinals in St. Louis. Astros home taking on the Rockies. Houston has really started to turn their season around a little bit. Just a couple of games under 500 as it stands right now. Most wins in baseball with Ted. He has a 2.42 ERA, which is fifth. So the 34-year-old right-hander is having one of his best seasons, and he looks for win number 11 tonight as they take on the Marlins. Brewers and Rangers from Milwaukee. You have the Athletics and the Angels later tonight. Diamondbacks to keep our eyes on in the wild card race. Padres are home to the Nationals. Padres will be coming to town coming up on Friday to begin a 3-game series here at Fenway Park. And then the late game tonight is the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. First pitch at 9:45. But again, the Red Sox the Jays tonight. Sox have been on fire. They have won 3 in a row. They've won 4 consecutive series. They've also won 10 of their last 12 games. Rotation early. Then there's been a gap where it's pretty much just been Tanner Houck and consistently Tanner Houck. You'd love to see Brian Bayo go on a little bit of a run and help him out, help out the bullpen and everything else. All right, before we hand things off to the guys at Fenway Park, let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
All right, that's going to do it for us. For our producer, Stiz, I'm Rich Keefe. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to me.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Johnson Paint is now a Rings End brand. We'll use our expertise. Wood's largest Benjamin Moore retailer with 31 convenient locations as well as online shopping. No matter how big or small your project, we'll make sure you have everything you need to do it right. With Benjamin Moore at Johnson Paint, your inspiration, our expertise.
Hey, Christian Fourier here, and no one is happier than I am. You know that ankle that I've been complaining about? The one that's me as well. I mean, it takes less than 15 minutes with their exclusive robotic laser, so why not? The next day, I felt like $1 million with only a few more painless treatments, and that too will be 100%. Seriously, guys, Ortho Laser's FDA-approved laser is real and doesn't cost thousands of dollars, alleviating arthritis pain, increasing stability, healing tendons and ligaments. Find out if Ortho Laser New England can work for your joint at ortholaserne.com. Multiple New England locations. I go to the one in Dedham, online at ortholaser with a Z, ne.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn.
Life this summer, then stop the suffering now. QC Kinetics just introduced an all-new, super affordable starter plan that you can sign up for today. QC Kinetics local medical professionals have developed the latest protocols in regenerative medicine, giving you access right here in Boston. These treatments speed up your body's natural healing ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Healing ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. I'm talking real lasting relief in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. People who thought surgery was their only option have seen remarkable success. There's no drugs involved either and no downtime. This is next generation pain management, and now it's more affordable than ever. This is your chance to discover an advanced all-natural approach that can get you back to doing all the things you love to do. Say goodbye to joint pain with QC Kinetics' all-new starter plan. Call 617-644-PAIN. Clinics all over New England, 617-644-PAIN. It's a free consultation.
This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Red Sox baseball.
And it is good! And Boston strong!
On the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Holy cow!
110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Arbella, here for baseball fans, here for good. Brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Visit www.azekexteriors.com. Mike's Amazing, the Eastern Massachusetts leader in drain cleaning and pipelining.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Cars for kids. Old car giving you problems? Why not donate it? Call 1-877-CARS-4-KIDS today. Northern Rock of the Boston Red Sox.
Looking up, grand slam!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. The Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program helps you manage and grow your paint business. Sponsored by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com. Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Swinging a drive to left field. There are a couple runs. Way gone.
Subaru of New England. Love spring in the all-wheel drive 2024 Subaru Forester. Verizon. The network Boston Relay Action. Here's Will Fleming and Lou Merloni.
Live from Fenway Park on another beautiful summery night, we welcome you to another radio production of Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Sox welcome the Toronto Blue Jays for Game 2 of a 3-game series, and the Sox are flying high after a come from behind win last night. Dramatic fashion, 7-6 in Game 1 in Boston.com.
What so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
A beautiful job. Westfield, Mass's own. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays line the baselines. Color guard out in front of the Mason sign. Welcome to Fenway Park. Along with Lou Merloni, I'm Will Fleming. And being around the club this afternoon, Lou, they are still buzzing after the effort yesterday. And it's kind of a continuation of some of the things we've been saying for 3 weeks now, where the young guys are really propelling things forward. It's different people every night. And it's a fun club to watch, and it is a fun club to be around right now.
Yeah, it's a confident group, right? And, there's a lot of youth, and they're playing real well right now. So it's like you just sort of keep that momentum going. And last night was huge. I mean, we've seen this team win a lot of different ways. Remember when they were 0-28 when trailing after the 7th inning? Well, they're 4-3 in their last 7 when they trail after it. So it's these comeback wins. This one was huge. It's different coming back down 4-3 to come down 6-2. So it's just a confident group that knows they're playing baseball right now. Good baseball.
You're right. 3 of those, they've trailed by 3 or more runs and come back to win. Gordon Ramsay, the international chef superstar, is here. He's throwing out the first pitch to Liam Hendricks, who, by the way, later this week is going to throw his first bullpen. So that is some exciting news. I wouldn't want to be an umpire when Gordon argues balls and strikes. He just threw a pretty good pitch. Caught by Liam Hendricks. And they embrace on the field. Not quite the drama of the world champion. Speaking of Liam, as I said, he'll throw a bullpen a little bit later this week. Meantime, just about 2 hours ago, Triston Casas met with his doctor again to just get one final MRI because Triston is feeling so positive and ready to go and really crank it up to another level. He just wanted to check that box. We will hopefully get some news on that throughout the broadcast here today. Injury Report is brought to you by Eastern MedTech, who knows how tough it can be to get a good night's sleep, either from a late-inning loss or lousy CPAP products. That's why fans across New England depend on Eastern MedTech for their CPAP supply. Connor Wong is still on the paternity list. He went back down to Houston expecting the birth of their second child. And so the Red Sox, in that way, a little bit shorthanded, but getting healthier and healthier by the minute. And the Red Sox against Gossman have a lot of lefties, of course, in the lineup today. How about Bayo, Lou? I mean, he had a really encouraging start last time against these Toronto Blue Jays. He knows them well. They get Bo Bichette back, and he's thrown right into the fire, Bichette, as he's going to... We know Guerrero's hot. We'll get into that as the broadcast goes on. But with this Blue Jays lineup in particular, what do you think with Bayo?
Well, I think pound the zone. I thought he did a great job last outing of throwing strikes. And, the first 3 innings, they had 2 runners on each and every inning, and he got out of it. And to me, that was very encouraging because, as we've seen from Bayo, there has been nights, and recently since he's off the IL, he can just lose it for 1 inning. There's a couple of maybe a leadoff hit and then a walk. and then next thing you know, it balloons into a 3 or 4 run inning, and that really never happened. He limited the damage, but he was throwing for strikes. The changeup he got swing and miss on as well, so the off-speed was working, and the fastball he pounded the zone. So when he does that, he's got good stuff.
Our friends from Netflix have got a new toy. It's like a Segway scooter with camera equipment on it, and they just rode it all the way out of the bullpen. That'll be a good shot as the umpires make their way towards home plate. He is walking along. Reese McGuire is Bayo. Andrew Bailey, Jason Veritek joining the group in the first base.
Will be Bo Bichette, Spencer Horwitz back at second base. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will bat third. He will be at first base. Justin Turner is your designated hitter. George Springer will be out in right field batting fifth. Addison Barger is out in left field here tonight. Danny Jansen is your catcher batting seventh. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be at third base today. Kevin Kiermaier will be out in center field. Of course, Kevin Gossman will be doing the pitching for the Boston Red Sox, leading off in a very... Tyler O'Neill is out in left field batting fifth. Masataka Yoshida is your designated hitter with Dom Smith at first base batting seventh. Reese McGuire will be doing the catching and batting ninth. Back out at shortstop will be Cedon Rafaela.
That's the Morgan & Morgan starting lineup, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm, Gossman. Marching out from the visiting bullpen toward the Blue Jay third base dugout. Red Sox are so familiar with him. He has not really been himself in this season. He is 5-6 with a 4.24 ERA, and that's North Central. Where might the power come from tonight's lineup? Well, Lou, you had some great numbers on Duran, who of course has just been scalding hot, but particularly here in this month of June, he is taking over as one of the stars of the game.
Yeah, 396 batting average. The OPS is 1.099. Riding a 14-game hitting streak, but that 396 batting average, second highest average in all of baseball, behind Tucker. Kyle Tucker out in Houston's hitting 429 this month, so he's battling. But Jarren Duran has been absolutely fantastic. What a great month and a 14-game hitting streak. Like to see it get to 15.
They played 21 games.
Yeah.
He's been in all of them, and he's hitting 400.
Yeah.
The national media, Lou, is starting to pick up on this. He is in MVP conversations everywhere you look, whether it's MLB Network, ESPN. He was on Ken Rosenthal's podcast today. People are starting to catch on to Jarren Duran.
Well, when you're like in the 100th percentile in base running, right? Meaning he's the best base runner in baseball, and we see it on a nightly basis here. You put that on top of what he's in those categories, and WAR loves both of those categories, right? To go with the offensive output, and there's no question about it. I saw him in AL MVP. I saw him in the top 5, and he's an all-star. The players will vote him in, whether the fans vote him in or not, and he's just been on a roll.
Bayo's always a little bit tardy to take his place on the mound. Andrew Bailey, though, begins clapping, which means I think we're about to see the man they call Nino take his place here at Fenway Park. This Blue Jay team, they have invented ways to lose. We saw a lot of that last night, particularly in the later innings. Bayo, in his career, the most recent start notwithstanding, he has not pitched that great against the Toronto. They've really started to hit a bunch of home runs, even though this season they're down on that. So that's something we're going to be watching all night long. Can Bayo keep it in the ballpark?
Yeah, and that's going to be the big key to me. It's Vlad Guerrero Jr. That guy just is starting to scare me here a little bit, and he's 7 for 17 in his career off Bayo with a couple of home runs, and the exit velocity has been there really all year long. The extra bases aren't, because he can't get it. He hit two home runs rather in Cleveland over the weekend. Came here last night and almost took off the center field wall, knocked it down with a line drive. It was hit so hard. And then hit a ball 471 feet over the green monster. He's starting to elevate. He's starting to make me nervous. And I'd like for him to pitch around him tonight.
There's no question. He'll bat third in this first inning, so hopefully Bayo can see him with a clean slate and then at the very worst be quite delicate and careful. For Bayo, this will be his 14th start. He's to somehow escape. The ground ball was his best friend, and Bayo did strike out 6. He only threw 88 pitches, and after a 1-2-3 6th inning, Alex Cora said he had seen enough, and he went to the bullpen. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Save big when you switch to the network Boston relies on. Head to your local Verizon store and check out the latest deals. I think the Red Sox firmly believe that against both Jansen and especially Kevin Gausman, Lou, they can be aggressive on the base paths. I think right-handed hitter who loves Fenway. Bayo throws. Bo swings and misses at a slider. And it's 0-1. I know it's one pitch. I love that. You know, Bichette's in swing mode in this ballpark. Slider that was beautiful, and it's 0-1. Bayo's got a little different look on the mound these days. The 0-1. That's a beautiful sinking fastball. .97. Hello, and it's 0-2.
A little crouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bent over maybe of the shoulders. I don't know if it's...
Start for Bayo.
That slider was working for him in the last outing. He was throwing it real well, getting a lot of swing and misses. Got 5 swing and misses on the slider, 5 on the changeup. Was pounding the zone with both. That's the most important thing with his stuff.
Here is the Blue Jays' hottest hitter, not named Vlad. Spencer Horwitz, and he takes a strike. Fastball 96 at the top of the zone, right where Lou loves that pitch from Bayo. 0-1. Horwitz comes in 364, a couple of home runs. Devers in on the grass at third. The pitch is outside. The first changeup he's thrown. That has not been the weapon that it was.
They're not hitting him much. The damage is coming from the left side. Lefties are only hitting 145 off his changeup, but they've hit 5 home runs off of it. They're doing some damage when he leaves it up over the middle of the plate. He's got to find that pitch here again.
1-2. The pitch is inside. It hit him. That hurts. Both literally and figuratively, a slider on the feet of Horwitz, and yeah.
Well, he's only hitting 286. He's at 10 home runs, but he was at 7 4 games ago. And the only issue for him all year long, we talked to people who've watched him, is just not getting the ball up in the air. He has the last 3 or 4 games, and he's a very dangerous hitter here tonight.
Now buckle up right here. 1 on, 1 out for Vladdy. Pitch to him is inside a ball. But Bayo hit 2 in his last start in Toronto. Guerrero at Fenway Park has played 40 games. He's hit 346 here with 10 homers and 37 driven in. 1-0. Dangerous spot already. The pitch is a little outside. A slider, and it's 2-0. Now, we know Justin Turner has gotten hot. He's on deck, but he's not swinging it like this guy. You could totally understand if Bayo is careful here. 2-0. Out of the stretch, Bayo comes home, and a fastball is perfect. Right on the outside corner, it's 2-1.
Yeah, Vlad has just taken the last 2 pitches after that first ball that missed. That slider down the he didn't even offer, stood straight up, and even 2-0 just stood straight up on the pitch. Take all the way.
2-1. Don't think he'll be taking arrow. And a 0 in the top of the first for the Blue Jays. Gossman to the mound. Duran, Valdez, and Abreu against Toronto in a scoreless game on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Once again, it looks like Herb Chambers has an exceptional lineup this season. The automotive hometown hero offers the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. With so many Herb Chambers dealership locations featuring 35 brands, you'll find the exact vehicle you're looking for. Choose from thousands of different new and pre-owned vehicles. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Because at Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Visit herbchambers.com to view our entire inventory today.
As a Boston sports fan, we know heartbreak. Hey, we even have a friggin' hill named after it. But we also know wicked awesome, like all our championship parades. When it comes to getting your CPAP supplies, New Englanders deserve a wicked awesome experience. Eastern MedTech is the GOAT of CPAP suppliers. Next time you need supplies for your CPAP anywhere in New England, depend on Eastern MedTech. Call 857-400-0044 or see easternmedtech.com.
This is Danielle Ferrier at Heading Home. We are a leading provider of emergency shelter and housing for children.
We're committed to supporting impactful programs in our communities. Together, we're working to give everyone a safe place to call home. Visit headinghomeinc.org today to see how you can help. The Village Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
Visit the 99 restaurants the day after the Red Sox win, and 99 Rewards members get a free kiss meal with every adult entree purchased. The 99 Restaurant, the official family restaurant of the Boston Red Sox.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 W.
Bottom of the first, Duran has had a lot of success against Gossman. He has owned everybody in baseball during his current 14-game hitting streak. Gossman throws, and Duran takes a ball outside. Fastball at 93. Funky delivery for Gossman, who has known the Red Sox for quite some time, since he was the 4th overall pick with the Baltimore Orioles, and he's been a fixture for the Jays for 3 years. And to his left is Barger. The center fielder, Kiermaier, cuts in and makes the play. And there's one away. A rare miss for Duran, who in his 14-game hitting streak, ho-hum, he's hitting .419, slugging .645. He has scored 16 runs, and he's also stolen. On 6 bases.
It's pretty good.
People are taking notice nationally. So one down. A little bit low. Splitter. First we've seen of those, and it's 1-1.
He's got a good splitter. You see there, 202 batting average against. Like it's his swing and miss pitch. Usually goes to it right away with 2 strikes. 0-2-1-2. Loves burying it. Tough to lay off with the action down.
1-1 the pitch. That's a perfect fastball.
And they've done a good job with it against him. They've hit him pretty hard his career.
A lot of that with Baltimore, the 2-2 swing and a foul, because once he came to Toronto, there were some starts where he absolutely owned the Red Sox, but they've gotten a better book on him lately.
Yeah, they have.
And his stuff just is not as sharp yet in this season.
No, and the split has really lost a lot of depth. You talk about vertical movement. He's lost about 5 inches over the last 2 or 3 years.
2-2. Swinging a drive into right field, but it hangs up for Springer, who will take a couple steps to his right, 2 down. Valdez sees it well out of Gossman's hand.
Talk about the difference between Houck's split this year compared to years past, and he's added 4 inches of vertical drop. So it's dropping more now than it has been in the past. As far as Gossman, not as much. So it's staying up a little bit higher. The movement isn't as sharp downward. Still tough to hit.
2 down, here's Abreu. The pitch is a strike. Fastball in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Guerrero at first. Horwitz, the second baseman. Bo Bichette returns at shortstop with Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at third. Kiermaier in center field with Springer in right and Barger in left for Barger. And in front of that green monster, it could be an adventure. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abreu, 264, 6 homers and 22 driven in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little bit more of that since he's come off the IL. He was 0 for 4 last night. With 2 strikeouts, and it takes a little while to get your timing back. I think the other part of it is the Red Sox sort of rushed him back instead of a more prolonged rehab start. They really wanted him to get back, help at this level. And Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's
your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Hey, baseball fans! Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day. With over 1,500 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood paint.
And their impact is huge. They are the men and women building and sustaining our Navy's next-generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts.
The second inning, Sox and the Jays had another perfect night for a ball game. A little bit humid, but I'll never, ever complain about that as Bayo fires strike 1 to Turner. 96 on the inside corner. It's 0-1. I think we sort of earned this last year with the rain that was ever present. Fenway. 0-1. Soft foul at his feet, and it's 0-2.
I felt bad for guys like this guy here, Justin, because it just rained every day we were here. We got more rain in the city of Boston, I think, per inches than any other team in the big leagues. They had that stat at the end of the year, and it just seemed like every week and every night there was rain or delay.
0-2. That is just outside. He's got it going tonight, though, does Bayo. That's right where he wanted to put it. And it's 1-2. Yeah, I'm sure Turner and his wife Courtney were thinking, we heard New England was nice in the summer.
Yeah.
It was basically Seattle. 1-2 to Turner. And that's outside with a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Turner's looking a lot more like the guy we saw last year ever since we showed up in Toronto. So the last 6 games coming into this, 8 for 18. That's a .444 batting average with 6 walks in 6 games.
Sox got him hot. 2-2. Did he go or did it hit him? The guy sees more pitches than anybody in baseball per at bat. 3-2 from Bayo. He throws. And a cue shot foul. That was a good changeup that fooled Turner. And it's 3-2. He leads off the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon, and Lexus of Hingham. So fun to watch this guy every day, Turner. He was one of those people you just had to see him more to appreciate him. 3-2 is rip foul, and this is why. He would do this over and over again, and he would say it often, even if my at-bats don't always end in hits or walks, I can still make them positive.
The thing was, too, like a lot of these fouled off 3 or 4, and then it would always finish with a line drive back up the middle.
3-2 is outside ball 4. That's a vintage Turner. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good.
You know, it's crazy how it works sometimes. We're in a new place, and he's been around. Get around familiar faces and start acting like yourself again in the box.
True. Here is George Springer, who swings and fouls a 97-mile-an-hour fastball off. Straight back in its own 1.
I mean, you go through like the first month and a half, and you don't feel right, and you're swing's not this and your swing's not that, and all of a sudden you play the Red Sox and all these buddies there, and you're like, yeah, these guys know I'm good. And you just sort of step in the box, and all of a sudden everything just sort of changes. It clicks.
Has got his second strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Yeah, it just, you know, he got a double off Bayo up in Toronto, but it was off the slider, and it was like, no, don't throw that pitch. You know, 96, 97. Get ahead, keep it away, and just elevate. Maybe crowd him in. And he's not catching up to it right now.
Get you the league leaders and who's circling the drain, brought to you by Drains by James. Here's Addison Barger, way back in the left-handed box, feet close together, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, caught by Dom. It's going to be a double.
This is Danielle Ferrier at Heading Home. We are a leading provider of emergency shelter and housing for children and adults experiencing homelessness. Today, we are facing a housing crisis in Massachusetts, which is why we've teamed up with community partners like Winchester Cooperative Bank.
This is Steve Stewart at Winchester Cooperative Bank. As a community bank, we're committed to supporting programs that make a positive impact on our neighbors in need. We've teamed up with Heading Home to address the crisis of housing. Together, we are working to give everyone
deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. Protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
For decades, Boston sports fans have celebrated legendary heroes of the game. And for decades, Boston drivers have come to expect nothing less
Beat the Heat Summer Savings Program. Take advantage of 0% financing, plus save 10% when you mention my name. Their Permalock aluminum shingles will never rust or rot, and they reflect radiant heat that saves you money all summer long. Never rust or rot, and they reflect radiant heat that saves you money all summer long. Get your no-cost estimate today on a new roof at East Coast Metal.
Kevin Gossman will see Rafi Devers as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Bayo, double play king. So far in this one, Devers launched a massive 2-run home run, as expertly called by Lou Merlone last night. I'm a little uneasy about doing this play-by-play with him at the plate, to be honest. Devers.
Call from mom. Answer it. Call silenced.
Instacart knows nothing gets between you and the game. That's why they make ordering from your couch easy. Stock up today and get all your groceries for the week delivered in as fast as 30 minutes without missing a minute of the
We're talking about league leaders. Trains by James. It's Judge, Witt, Duran, and Gunnar. Basically all. We're talking about league leaders. Trains by James. It's Judge, Witt, Duran, and Gunnar. Basically all over the American League. 1-2 down and in. A dash of Jose Ramirez, too. Judge with 70 runs batted in. Ramirez 69. Judge with 28 homers. Gunnar 24. And Jose with 20. And Jose with 20.
Yeah, I mean, you just named the 5 of the best players in the American League.
Mm-hmm.
And Duran's name is in there.
20 rows over the Red Sox bullpen. A titanic blast. And it is 1-0 Red Sox.
He is not getting cheated. Last couple of nights, this lean back. Like it's the same as the other night. Remember, we hit that curveball, the follow through. He ended up past the right-hander's batter's box. Very similar here again. He just absolutely smokes this ball. What did this end up? 20 rows over the Red Sox bullpen?
467.
I mean, good night.
That's a lot of the way to the red seat. He just torched that ball. Here's O'Neill. And it's low. He has not had one of those runs. 1-0 is down and in. You know, Gossman tried to double up on that pitch, and it did not end well.
Wow. 467 feet.
How about last night? Vladdy goes 471, and tonight Rafi 467.
Vlad's telling him to hit the weight room.
2-0. Speaking of, here's Tyler. O'Neill fouling one off, and it's 2-1. That is the longest home run of Rafi's career.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, this was over I believe over the little catwalk. That had to be 20, 25 rows up in the right field. Over the Sox bullpen, not the visitors.
2-1 is down and away. You don't see balls hit there, ever. That was destroyed. That makes that the 4th longest home run at Fenway in the StatCast era, because Vladdy, which goes back to 2015, had the 3rd best last night. 3-1. Pitch to O'Neill. Fouled off at his feet. You hope he's all right. That was the 3rd longest. The other 2, Miguel Sano, 495 off Nick Pivetta, and Gary Sanchez in the ALDS hit one 479. Here's a high pop behind first. Guerrero backpedaling, and he drops the ball! What is Springer doing? O'Neill's running hard. He's around second. He's thinking third, and he's in there with a foot first slide. Around second. He's thinking third, and he's in there with a foot first slide. Vladdy just kept on backpedaling. He may have hurt himself, and in no
to make a catch. He's a good 30, 40 feet in right field, and I don't know where Springer is. Like, he just sort of gives up on it as if Vladdy's got it under control. I mean, this thing is shallow right field. And Vladdy, you don't turn your shoulders and run for the ball. He just kept backpedaling, which is a disaster. Waiting to happen.
And it was. All right, here's Yoshida with the infield in. A more good hustle from the Reds. Scoring decision yet on that. You'd have to think it's an error. And, I mean, Springer is a veteran who's been here so many times, Lou. How does he not take charge on that?
I mean, what do you think, 40 feet? 50 feet? Out in the right field? I mean, Vladdy was kind of shading O'Neill over and deep, but I've never seen a first baseman go this far in the right field. And I tell you talk about the hustle by O'Neill
on that, which is crazy.
I don't know how you can give him a triple on that.
I mean, the idea, I guess, is that as Guerrero's trying to get there, he's backpedaling. Is that ordinary effort? But the ball was in the air for an hour. 1-1 to Massa. O'Neill at third, not much of a lead. The pitch is ripped into right field, a base hit. That might head for the corner. O'Neill will score. Massa's thinking two. Springer collects, crashes into the wall, throws to second, but a foot first slide for.
Some balls up last night, 2 for 3, and he lined out his third at bat. And this one here, this is a big one. You want to reward O'Neill for hustling all the way and getting to third base on this. Maybe even with just a sac fly, but instead he hammers this thing down the right field line. Springer gets it in the corner, but the beautiful form running by Yoshida gets into second base. It's the best form in the game, and it's unquestionable.
Dropping the coins in the pocket.
I mean, It is just coins in the pocket. It is. There's no urgency. It's just perfect form.
Here's Dom Smith with Yoshida at second. 2-0 Red Sox. Already another wild one at Fenway. The pitch is outside. And this one has some of the ingredients of last night's game where Devers hits a massive home run. And then the Blue Jays just start making a mess of things.
Well, it couldn't ask any better. I mean, last night, obviously, it's a loss. You turn it into a W. And you want to keep this team down, make them really feel sorry for themselves and jump on them early.
1-0 to Smith. The pitch is foul. By the way, Bayo, who's got a couple double plays and a couple strikeouts. The first of those brought to you by Harbor One Bank. Headed to be your most trusted financial partner. Pitch to Dom is down and in. Another splitter, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, 2 runs is nice, but they'll always feel like they're a swing out of it. This is why I say when you're playing a team that's struggling, and they are right now, the Blue Jays, so you put 3 or 4 up early, and they it and really smokes this ball on the line out in front, swing, but made Springer go back and made a beautiful leap and catch right at the edge of the track. And Yoshida, nice job getting over to third base with 1 out, and that's the job that Dom Smith did. Now again, Reese McGuire, get a little sac fly, cash it in, getting a third run up here.
2
squeeze as well. It's all about the speed on third base. Maybe somebody faster, I'd safety squeeze right here.
0-1 is in the dirt. Really good stop there by Jansen. That saved a run.
You know, if you had Duran or somebody or Hamilton or Rafaela or Gonzalez or Wong, a lot of guys that can run. You know Reese is a good bunter. You put this thing down. When you see the bunt down, you keep going, and you end up stealing a Tough play to defend.
Reese is not swinging it in June. 3 for 24. Oh, another splitter. I think he's thrown him 3 of those, and it's 2-1.
You got a good look at the last couple.
I've always felt that in spots like this, when a pitcher sees a team for the second time in a row, the advantage is to the hitters. So far, that's true for the Red Sox. 2-1 to Reese. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Fastball, 2-2. That was probably the best pitch he'll see to hit. I would think that Gossman may go. The first in time, and Reese is gone. So unable to get Yoshida home. And now to be to the RBI machine, Cedon Rafaela.
Listen, you don't have contact on, you don't have it no matter what. But if you had contact on,
scores.
You score on that, right? Because it was so slow hit. Bo had to come in so far just to get this ball right around the mound, actually.
So
but you're not going to go contact.
Here is Rafaela with 41 runs batted. And by the way, no longer the team leader. Rafi with that home run took over with 42. But he's got a chance to match him right here. 2-0 Sox on a Devers homer, a misplay, and a Yoshida double. Here's the pitch to Cedon, and that is a strike on the inside corner. Was it off?
It was way in.
Cedon has, I think, done a really nice job lately mixing whether or not he offers at the first pitch or not. Low this time. The splitter 1-1.
And you're right. I mean, he looks like a different hitter as far as his approach goes. It's not just 3 pitches, 3 swings. He started taking a few series ago. Was 1-0 and a lot of at-bats, seeing more pitches, staying up the middle of the field.
1-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, 2 hops.
Dave says, check out the VC turbo engine. I hit the gas and whoosh. I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Dave goes, if you think that's cool, watch this. Dave shows me the miles per gallon and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty impressive fuel economy. Dave mentions, these new cars are going fast. And in that moment, I had to have that Rogue. Crazy, right?
Wait till you hear how I got my Sentra.
Now get a low $269 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. 2024 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.29 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N7824.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm going to move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Sweeten up summer with juicy, fresh cherries now on sale at Shaw's in Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up amazingly delicious Northwest cherries for only $2.99 a pound. Get cherries for snacks and delectable desserts. Shaw's in Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
To the third we go. Brian Bayo, very efficient and good. 23 pitches in the first two. Danny Jansen, catcher today. Right-handed hitter, no batting gloves. Takes strike one on the inside corner.
Now 64% strikes, getting ahead. The slider's got some swing and miss to it tonight.
1-1. Line drive in the left, and that is a fair ball to go to the corner. That's going to be a double for Jansen as O'Neill picks it up in front of the CVS sign. There it is again, the changeup that hung right there. And a leadoff double for Danny Jansen.
Yeah, this changeup was down. It's just that it was down and in right. He was able to kind of stay through it and hit that liner right down that line. You'd love to see a little shutdown inning here.
Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, another right-hander. He's going to square and bunt to third. Tough play for Devers. He comes, gloves and bobbles, and he can't make the play. That'll be an infield hit for Kiner-Falefa. Beautifully deadened down the third base line. I'm not so sure it's not a good thing that Devers bobbled that because he was off balance coming down the line, and he might have launched that to first.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, hopefully guys like Rafaela and Hamilton and others see that. Devers was in. He was in on the grass, and it was still a beautiful bunt. It just kind of shows you how tough of a play that is for the third baseman. And I feel like there's some young guys on this team that can really take advantage of that and steal some hits.
So the Blue Jays trying to answer right back. Here's Kiermaier. Left-handed hitter. Tied the game last night with a big base hit. Then kind of a curious at-bat later. Bayo's ready. He throws. Kind of belt high on the inner half, and it's 0-2. But that's the point I was getting at, Lou. That pitch, which was his bread and butter, just has not been this year.
No, it hasn't. And it was better last outing. It was the first time. I think the two previous starts before that last Toronto start, it was just non-competitive. It was just, he just lived sinker slider.
0-2.
Now
strikeout here would be huge. Bichette on deck. 1-2. Double play alignment, sort of. Valdez is way back at second. Throw to first. And Kiner-Falefa dives back in.
One of the biggest things for me with Bayo is just starting to watch him more and more and feel like he needs to have a third level of velocity.
Mm-hmm.
Fastball's 96, 97 tonight. Changeup and slider both sitting around 87.
Set the one. You just think one more level of velocity would help.
It's part of the whole pitching lab now. You talk about all these guys, and you know, you're looking for, say, if you throw 95. Maybe something in that 89, 90 range, something in that 84 range. Kind of attack, a little middle speed.
Wide and high at third, into the Blue Jay dugout, and that's going to be two errors, I think, on one play, and Toronto ties the game at 2. It might not have been ordinary effort for Valdez, but he was there. It clipped off his glove, and that is an amazingly errant throw by Wilyer Abreu. That missed by 30 feet.
Yeah, you could see it out of his arm, too, that this thing was going to be sailed well over Devers' head and double off a guy like Kiermaier, but this ball to Valdez, you're wondering, did it scoot over his glove? But you'd like to see him make that play, and then Abreu kind of just airs it out.
I think the umpires now are trying to figure out where exactly Kiermaier was when that throw went into the dugout, because if he's established...
He's probably rounding first base. Is that the question? Did he establish first and get 2 bases?
And they are going to put him on third.
So the 2-base area, they're saying he had established first, correct? And then gave him the 2 bases.
On the throw from the outfielder, once it shoots past an infielder, yes. So here now, Bo Bichette, and there's still nobody out. The Blue Jays have tied the game. Bichette struck out on a slider his first time. Now the infield in. How quickly this has changed. Here's the next one to Bayo. Sinker misses, and it's 1-1.
To me, that just has to be the mindset until you get, say, like 1-2 count, 0-2 count. Then you can think of a punch out. But you want to stay away from nibbling and creating a bigger inning.
Here's the 1-1, and that is outside with a sinker. 2-1. Sox had 2 in, a chance to get a third. Did not. Here Bichette takes a swing and a miss. He can't hold up on a changeup, and it's 2-2.
That's a good changeup from third, scoring. Next thing you know, you walk in Bichette. Next thing you know, a 2-3 run inning turns into a 5 spot.
3-2 to Bo Bichette. Bayo throws, and he missed. And there it is. Things kind of unraveling a little bit. The defense not helping him, of course. It looks to me, Lou, anyway, like they gave Kiermaier a base hit, and then only 1 error on the play as Andrew Bailey comes out. And look, I mean, Valdez has slide, but don't you think that's a play you'd like to see made?
Yeah, and Valdez is out there. He hit Gossman well last game, but we talked about it last night. Your best defensive infield is Rafael at short and Hamilton at second base. The range from Hamilton at second is just different. And the arm plays at second base. And some of the issues here with Bay have given up 2 runs. Not all your fault. It was a bunt base hit and a play that probably should have been made behind you. But you turn it into a real big inning, then it's going to be on you.
Here's a real key hitter, Spencer Horwitz. Bayo sets, he throws. And he misses again with a slider. Guerrero's on deck. So this is one of the things that has really plagued Bayo. And you mentioned it, Lou. So much about keeping his emotions in check in moments like these. 1-1 pitch. That's outside. He does. does not have the changeup today, and it's 2-1.
Oh, that was at 90 as well. It's hard, too, because that's his best pitch, and he's...
Count 2-1 is a strike. That is a great sinking fastball. In some ways, he's got one pitch tonight.
Yeah, the sinker's been really good. It's a lot of power. That was 97. It was 96 to 98 all night here with the sinker. And the slider's been good on occasion as well. See how he tries to finish him off. This could be a good big strikeout here. If he can get it.
2-2. The pitch is down and in. He tried to change up, and another 3-ball count.
This inning
started with the Jansen double into the corner, then a bunt hit for Kiner Falefa. Ball that Valdez couldn't reach. An error by Abreu tied the game, but now first and third, still no outs. What a big pitch this is. Here comes the 3-2. He walked him. A slider up above the zone. That's ball 4, and the worst possible scenario, the bases are loaded for Vlad Guerrero. How does he throw a slider there?
No, that's, again, I mean, it's playing out exactly the way, right? It's a 2-2 ball game here in the third. You got a man on third, nobody out. Get the ground ball, get the sac fly, whatever it is, 1 out, down 3-2 in the third inning. It's early in the game. And instead, nibble, try not to give up that run, and it's ball 4. Now you got Vladdy up and you got trouble.
He's so hot, and another ball with a changeup 1-0.
He's got to be careful. He's got to do what he did last time. Really crowd him with a sinker up and in. Don't let him get extended.
1-0 is ripped foul down the right field side. That was just enough in, Lou, but that leaked out a little bit over the plate. 1-1. It does feel like he can only command the fastball right now.
Yeah, and this has been an issue with Vlad too. People in Toronto talking about real velocity, right?
Is Bayo. He's going out of the windup here, which I like. There's no real threat, I don't think, with Kiermaier at third, with this guy at the plate. So get comfortable. Biggest pitches of the game right here in the third. 1-1 is outside. Slider. And so now, difficult further. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bayo into the wind. He throws. Guerrero takes the ball. That was not close with a slider.
No, and the first 2 innings he was cruising. He had a good slider and a great sinker, but now he has no clue where the slider's going. The changeup's been ineffective. And this all started 7, 8, 9 in the order.
Deep for the triangle in right center field. Duran is back. He can't get it. This is going to clear the bases. Duran plays the double carom, and actually, in the end, they'll hold Kiermaier at third. It's a 2-run double for Vlad Guerrero Jr., and it's 4-2 Toronto.
You can't fall into the same trap, and unfortunately you got a guy that's going to make you throw the ball over the middle of the plate, and that's Justin Turner. The Red Sox starting to get some action in the bullpen because it's just can't keep him out there. It's now 26 pitches, doesn't have an out.
Infield in, second and third. The pitch.
Can't keep him out there. It's now 26 pitches, doesn't have an out.
Infield in, second and third. The pitch to Turner. Stay on the infield, but Horwitz comes home to score. They throw to first. In the end, a really nice recovery to retire Turner, so they finally get the first out of the inning, but it's 5-2 Blue Jays. Tom almost made a great play. Horwitz was not going to come home until Hillett shot by him. Typical. And he can't get it. It's a 2-run homer on a slider to George Springer. It's 7-2 Blue Jays. And Bayo has absolutely exploded here in the third.
We were talking about in the first half. Bad to keep attacking Springer with fastballs. He's hitting 219 on fastballs, a 290 slugging percentage. He's not catching up with fastballs. He had a double off him on his slider in Toronto, kind of speeds up his bat speed, and then again attacks him with another.
7-2 Blue Jays. Greg Weissert coming on. And remember, the Red Sox are thin in the bullpen. They used 15 pitchers in the last 2 games in Cincinnati, so this puts an enormous burden on the pen here today. Still only 1 out in the third. Questions abound about the Red Sox young starting pitcher. 5.
That you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business.
WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Greg Weissert is going to try to end this third inning. The Blue Jays have put 7 runs up and lead by 5 here at Fenway. Brian Bayo will look back in the annals, but that's right there with the shortest and most difficult starts of his young career. 2 1/3. Innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, only struck out 2, and I think for a match that got so difficult for Bayo, where he just has such a hard time applying the tourniquet to an inning that's going south. The 0-1 is chopped foul outside of first, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, the worst one was out in Chicago, if you remember, right?
Yeah.
We had that kid Deloche, 1 and 2. He called timeout. He got a little rattled on the mound, and ended up walking him, gave up a hit, and ended up walking him. And next thing you know, it was a grand slam home run. He was out of the inning.
There's a ground ball to the left side. Devers plays the second hop. He throws to first in time. And there's 2 away at last. This was not a perfectly played inning behind Bayo. Play not made at second to throw from Abreu, but this is the big leagues, Lou. That is the number 1 question around him, and it's not even close. Can he learn to move on from something that goes wrong? 1-0 is fouled off. You know, Lou, the other thing is, look, you can't really pitch in the major leagues with one thing. Tonight he was kind of naked out there. He had the sinker only. He couldn't throw the slider for strikes. The changeup got hit hard. However, in that spot, with things unraveling, you'd like him to lean on his best.
Chances of falling victim to online crime are 1 in 4. You and your family need Aura with scam protection, fraud monitoring, and parental control features. Protect everything your family does online with Aura. Go to aura.com/baseball to start your free trial today. The 1 in 4 statistics is based on research conducted by Javelin Strategy and Research. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions.
Every day. We have 7 different finance plans and we'll accept every credit application.
We have every model Kia in stock and more on the way. Sportages, Sorrentos, Seltos, and even the awesome Telluride, all on sale.
We want your trade and we'll probably give you too much because we want to sell a kabillion Kias and especially one to you.
Commonwealth Kia, located right off Route 495.
From Greater Boston to the Cape at McFarlandEnergy.com.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball. On WEEI.
Well, Jarren Duran going to lead it off for the Red Sox. In the bottom of the third, this game turned in a hurry. 7-2 Toronto. Jarren Duran, who is on an incredible tear, a 14-game. Jarren Duran, who is on an incredible tear, a 14-game hitting streak. Sort of fitting that he leads off, given our guests for this half inning. The pitch to Jarren. Make the play, and Duran is robbed for out number 1. Jarren Duran, fellas, leads the Red Sox with 11 balls off the Green Monster, and Chris. Jack, you guys are going to do some great work every time the Red Sox hit a ball off the Monster.
Absolutely. That's the plan, and hopefully we see a lot of them during the month of July. You know, Walmart's so happy to support the home base program. What a great program it is. And, you know, General, you can certainly, you know, get into more of the specifics of the program. It's the least Walmart can do.
Well, look, I knew that Chris is a VP and helps Walmart in D.C. and in the state. I did not know that he could take our jobs with those pipes. That's a little intimidating, to be honest.
He's a Providence Friar.
That's a good point. Just like you.
Go Friars, Lou. You know that.
Absolutely.
Not only that, it's the awareness when you guys talk about it a little bit, because every day there's somebody out in Red Sox Nation that has a son, daughter, mother that is not doing so great. And when they hear about this, they find this hope.
1-1. The pitch is ripped into right field by Valdez. And could you just talk a little more about that, Jack, about the work that home base does, and specifically, you know, the kinds of people your home base does, and specifically, you know, the kinds of people you're trying to help, and with what problems?
Yeah, so, I mean, as you know, this started with a visit by the Red Sox to Walter Reed. It grew into a small clinical program in Boston, and now it is the largest international program anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. We treat the most injured. We saw in the early days of the war, we didn't really understand PTSD as much as we should have. We didn't understand traumatic brain injury from the blast injuries. And by 2009, 10, and 11, we started seeing the impact with an escalation in suicides across the country. And we still have an epidemic. We still lose 20 to 30 veterans every single day to suicide. And so I lost some close friends, and having the opportunity to work with the Sox on this has just been life-changing.
Just a remarkable program. 1-2 to Williers, 7-2 Jays. The pitch is looped foul. Chris, why is it important to Walmart to be involved?
Well, to just continue the program. It's gone very, very well for us. Contributed over $44 million going back to veterans organizations, here locally and across the country.
1-2, and Abreu swings and misses. He strikes out.
So, General Hammond, I know that it's a big event here at Fenway Park. So tell me, I know every year it's the pregame. They honor a lot of people here. You tell me who they're going to be honoring this year.
So this year, the pregame event, the Red Sox have agreed we're going to honor women. First woman to be not only a member of the military but Miss America.
Oh wow!
She'll be coming, and
five-tool player.
Just a lot of, and then just we'll probably have several hundred women veterans that served in combat units and support units. And a lot of times they don't get the fair shake, and they don't get recognized for the service. I served along.
And their families when they're in combat zones, but it really, we know so much more about what happens when they come home.
So we're actually changing our whole program focused on health span, which is quality of life and length of life. We looked at all the different types of exposures they're receiving, to include blast injury, etc. And extremely high rates of cancer and all these other things that we're just starting to understand.
Well, it's wonderful work you do. Devers is grounded out to second base. We thank you. Network.
Lou Maloney here for my friends at Shaw's and Star Market. Now, when I'm on the road with the team, the one way I help at home is by ordering groceries for our family online with the Shaw's Star Market deals and delivery app. They have them ready at curbside, and they'll deliver them right to my front door. I can see how much money I save, and we all love that. Just visit shaws.com. Or starmarket.com. You can choose free curbside pickup or delivery. Shaw's and Star Market.
more.
The odds of a foul ball knocking over your perfectly balanced tray of nachos? Astronomical.
Dude, watch the nachos.
We don't know what's going to happen on a trip to the ballpark, but we do know the chances of falling victim to online crime are 1 in 4. You and your family need Aura with scam protection, fraud monitoring, and parental control features. Protect everything your family does online with Aura. Go to aura.com/baseball to start your free trial today.
McFarland Energy, the HVAC experts from Greater Boston to the Cape at McFarlandEnergy.com.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Josh Winkowski is going to pitch a lot tonight. He's on for the fourth. Fouled off on the first base side.
He felt like he was trying to use it as a swing and miss changeup, and it just at 91, guys are getting looks at it, and all he was doing was falling behind. Like he missed there for a strike, and so he went down to AAA. And
Appearances 3 starts for Wink. He misses with a cutter outside 2-2. He was such a bullpen weapon last year for the Red Sox. Lefties in particular really hit him hard in this season. 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's right there. Strike 3 with a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. Arm, but an infield hit for Kiermaier.
Yeah, and that was that changeup from Wink, 92, and it got the bad contact. It just was the wrong place. It's impressive Rafaela getting to this ball, but no chance getting Kiermaier.
So here comes Bichette. The Blue Jays, like 30 minutes ago, were thinking, here we go again. They had the misplay by Guerrero. They were trailing 2-0. They felt like they were on the ropes with Gausman. You know, the walks to Bichette and Horwitz really set the gears in motion in that difficult inning.
I think the Bo walk really set the tone. And that was one that really got him in a lot of trouble.
0-1. Close, but a ball, and it's 1-1.
You know, it is what it is, right? Man's on third base because of an error, maybe a play that wasn't made. It's not you. You gave up a double and a bunt. Bo Bichette hits a sac fly. You're down 3-2 in the third. No big deal. 1 out, nobody on. All of a sudden, you just stop this inning. Hey, you don't want to give up 3 runs. But it's better than giving up 7.
2-1. The pitch is ripped into right field, but right at Abreu. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down. You know, one. Other thing, you talked about the Grand Slam in Chicago. We talked about the other thing, you talked about the Grand
mistake was walk, falling behind 3-1 and having to come in to Vlad, who's swinging right now.
Here's Horwitz. Pitch from Wink down and in. And then you were on this from the beginning of this series. You can't throw anything soft to Springer right now. Because he's not caught up to velocity.
No, he can't hit velocity anymore. And he's burned him twice on sliders. I don't understand.
Is down and in. And I think that's the other part of this, Lou. Like last
219 off fastballs. George Springer, this is a guy that hits 300 and does real damage. He has slugging under 290 still, but he can catch up to a 90-mile-an-hour slider.
(7-2) the score, and a changeup, a really good one on the corner, 2-1. Subaru New England score. Pitch is a ball, a changeup outside. Stephen Kwan stays hot. Jose Ramirez his 21st home run. Cowser his 10th. I mean, Gunnar Henderson is on pace to hit 50 home runs as a shortstop. 3-1. Vladdy.
More traffic on the base paths for him.
And Bayo really was tentative against this hitter last time. Until he couldn't be anymore, and Vladdy made him pay. Here's the pitch that his check swung on. He did not go. Cutter. And it's 1-0. Well, Vladdy's got that look again. Now driven in 38. 1-0 the pitch. Swinging a foul. And that's what you're talking about, Lou. And that's what the Blue Jays people alluded to. And that's 96, but it is in the middle of the plate. And when Guerrero's truly going, that pitch gets turned around.
Yeah, and even the pitch he hit to that double in center field was kind of a sinker outer half. He let him get extended. Let's see him crowd him with fastballs up.
1-1 is 2-on-2 out. The 1-2 just outside. McGuire tried to frame it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It is still only the 4th inning. I mean, Red Sox have a ton of time to get back in this thing.
Ugly. This is just a high chopper. Devers tries to run back 4 or 5 feet to try to get it, but it just the way it was hit, it just chopped completely over his head. And O'Neill gets this ball in the corner. He tries to throw it, bangs into that wall. He tries to throw it to Rafael. It gets by him. It rolls to the middle of the field. And then Vlad ends up on third base, 2 runs in.
So it's a double. He moves to third on the error. And the errors these last couple of nights are kind of radio network.
Nothing brings the fans to their feet as when the cleanup hitter comes to the plate. And in Eastern Mass, homeowners react the same way. When they see Drains by James pull up to take care of drain or sewer problems, as well as provide money-saving pipe lining solutions. Drains by James covers all the bases when it comes to giving homeowners about your pipes.
In between looking for your 10 lines this summer, let's see if you've got some money coming to you at findmassmoney.gov. Enter your name at findmassmoney.gov. The money could come from a long-forgotten bank account, payroll, refund checks, insurance proceeds. Enter your name at findmassmoney.gov.
This is Danielle Ferrier at Heading Home. We are a leading provider of emergency shelter and housing for children and adults experiencing homelessness. Today, we are facing a housing crisis in Massachusetts, which is why we've teamed up with community
working to give everyone a safe place to call home. Visit headinghomeinc.org today to see how you can help.
The Savings Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
Navien tankless water. Water heaters, the proven leader in condensing technology. Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and
Sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Tyler O'Neill to lead it off in the bottom of the fourth, 9-2 Toronto. Kevin Gossman has been in the dugout a whole lot lately. Watching his offense. Shaking the hand out. A fan yesterday made a bare hand grab on a 109-mile-an-hour foul ball.
God, you got to get out of the way. Sorry, I'm getting out of the way unless I got a glove.
Duck and cover.
Oh, get out. I mean, it's not worth it.
It's not.
You know?
You're going to break a hand.
Go to the store and buy yourself a ball. Better than a doctor's bill.
0-2 to Tyler O'Neill. Pitch. That's low. And a splitter makes it 1-2. It's 9. It's not going well tonight. 1-2 low.
Yeah, and if they drop this one, it could break a trend that's been going on for 3 years. The last 8 series. Between these two teams have all been sweeps. This could actually, somebody may actually win it 2-1.
Could have a rubber match tomorrow.
Holy smokes, haven't had that in 3 years. Between these two.
2-2 to T.O. And he rips it foul. First base side. Another fan tries to make a play. This time more like defending a young kid, which you love. And then that's the way to do it. Pick it up off the
walkway or some older guy's shoulder.
Beer belly.
Obviously going to protect the kid.
3-2. Pitch to O'Neill is ripped foul. He looks very good at the plate. I talked to him before the game today, Tyler, and he echoed something you have been saying, Lou, which is the Grill, gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox radio network. By the way, this fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. Free pickup 877 Cars for Kids or carsforkids.com. Yoshida ripped a double his last time. And that Springer outran, he galloped and made a spectacular play. If he doesn't do that, who knows how many of the Red Sox might have scored in that second inning. The pitch here is inside, and it's 1-1. Because I think Smith is at least at second, if not third. They're going to easily score Yoshida, of course.
This way, you're not going to throw the ball to second base with O'Neill. It was off the end of the bat, little 2-3 hopper. He charged it and attacked it, swooped the glove at it like he was going to spin and throw to second, but he wasn't because it was just too slowly hit. So give up on the throw and just get in front of it. Make the play, walk 3 feet back to first. Get Dom Smith, who's not busting down the line.
So here now, Reese McGuire, who grounded a short his first time. 2-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high drive into center field.
Vlad between the fly ball out in right field and that one there. But he can swing it.
Just made a really, I think, unnecessary clarification. They said that Dom Smith reaches on a fielder's choice, and that O'Neill. You know, Lou, isn't that also something that as a first or third baseman, anywhere on the infield, isn't that sort of score dependent too? I mean, you got a 7-run lead. Isn't it sort of like block everything mode? Here's the 0-1 fouled off on the first base side. Like, it's not necessarily like a tie game where you got to play hockey goalie, but no reason to take unnecessary chances, right?
The ball kind of tells you what to do sometimes. And it was hit so slowly, you're up 7 runs. You got an out already.
So, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com. T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
For the 47th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also...
Call from mom. Answer it. Call silenced.
Instacart knows nothing gets between you and the game. That's why they make ordering from your couch easy. Stock up today and get all your groceries for the week delivered in as fast as 30 minutes without missing a minute of the game.
You have
Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
George Springer is leading it off in the top. Fifth, 9-2 Toronto. Winkowski throws, and Springer takes a strike. On the inside half, it's 0-1.
He can't get extended. He can't get his hands out. Bayo stayed there with 97. He never would have been able to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Here's Addison Barger, and that is such a big... momentum swing. Yes, it's already 5-2, but it's sort of to your point all night. Limit the damage. 0-1 to Barger. Starting to wonder whether Brian Bayo has become Alex Cora's new Eddie Rodriguez, because I think there are some parallels where Eddie had done it for a little bit longer time. He'd had a higher sort of ceiling. But both of them, incredible talents, great natural stuff. And Alex really practiced some tough love on Eddie when he was here, trying to extract the best from him. Overhead wind for Winkowski. The 1-2 is...
looking for mulligans. I guarantee he's sitting there right now and saying, you know, it's a 2-2 ball game. If I attack Bichette and he gets a sac fly, it's 3-2, one out.
Danny Jansen takes strike one.
And maybe I'm going 6 innings, 3 runs. You know, I can settle the game down again. And instead it's ball four. Go to their... hitter and fall behind 3-1.
0-1. Line drive down the right field line. If this is fair, it's real trouble. Why does Millar never sit down?
In his eyes. He's deep into a story right now. They're showing him on TV. The eyes are bugging out. His
eyebrows are going up to 10-2.
Hands are moving around everywhere.
2. Strike 3 called. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. And the inning is over. The Red Sox needed that. Halfway home. 9-2. Toronto. Lou's going to try to spark the Red Sox offense when we come back. 7-run Blue Jay lead. Loomer on the offensive play-by-play after
35 brands and so many locations, Herb Chambers offers the largest inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. You can always count on getting the lowest prices and best value. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Come see for yourself and experience our legendary customer service today. Herb Chambers. We don't
Harbor One Bank, member FDIC.
Sweeten up summer with juicy, fresh cherries now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Today through Thursday, pick up amazingly delicious Northwest cherries for only $2.99 a pound. Get cherries for snacks and delectable desserts. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
If you're in the deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Red Sox Review. After the game on 93.7 WEEI.
We had the bottom of the fifth, top of the order. Jeremy Duran riding a 14-game hitting streak to come up with the knock in his next couple of at-bats.
They should get two more.
I would think he's going to get a couple more. He's going to bring up Emmanuel Valdez, who singled back.
Two more.
I would think he's going to get a couple more. He's going to bring up Emmanuel Valdez, who singled back in the third inning. This one got away from the Red Sox. They've come back recently, last night, down 6-2 in the eighth. This one is a tough ask. Still got 5 at-bats to go. We mentioned before, this Toronto bullpen hasn't been very good. The ERA 26th in Major League Baseball. They can get to him. There's the 0-2. That's swing and a miss on a fastball up at 96. At bats, he's going to take a split off the outside corner for a ball.
Well, the one good thing about today, no matter what happens on the scoreboard, is that somebody's going to make T-shirts in New England and make a lot of money off a phrase that we heard for the first time today that I think is going to catch like wildfire.
Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a strike.
Butt dials galore.
Be all over soon enough. Out there, Springer has it under control. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Gossman. So we're going to head to the sixth. Sox still trailing this one 9-2 on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey Sox fans, take your game day experience to the next level. Whether a pretzel dog or a sandwich, top them with Mike's Amazing. The official mayo and mustard of the Boston Red Sox.
stars of your New England Ford dealer's award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then, there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some
to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Going to head to the top of the 6th. Josh Winkowski still out there. A nice little 1-2-3. Struck out Barger and Jansen to finish off the 5th inning. Gets ready to face Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Kiermaier, then top of the order to Bo Bichette. The old pitch. That's going to miss with a slider away.
Why did you have a 9 a.m. baseball practice in the middle of the summer?
We get out there and swing it, Will. The way our team's been playing lately, we got to on it. Strong throw across the diamond. It's going to be into the dugout. Oh, it's going to be off the net in front. Just down the line, Dom Smith could not get a hold of this one. Rafael kind of sat back on it maybe a little bit too much. Kiner-Falefa can still get down the line a little bit, and then the last minute he kind of realizes as a shortstop you got to rush this throw. You get out of sync a little bit, and it just is Kevin Kiermaier. A couple of hits already in this one. There's a fly ball line drive to Durant. It's going to take him all the way back. He goes back under control. Gets it at the edge of the track, throws it in for the first out of the inning.
I had a long talk with Kyle Hudson about Jarren Duran defensively today. I'm just curious. We all know they worked on his jumps and his outs and all that stuff. But they also did a lot of work with his hands and tested him back in spring training with different hand and glove positions to be able to better.
Kiner-Falefa on first base.
I was trying to give Huddy all this credit. He said, well, yeah, I mean, I've worked with him, but I could do that with a lot of other players, and it would not lead to these results.
It's been impressive. Here's the 0-1. 1-0 rather. It's been impressive. Here's the 0-1. 1-0 rather. Fouled straight back, even to count 1-1.
And I don't know about you, Lou, but I'm totally willing to look past errors.
When he goes out to center field, it's a ball in the air, go get it. At shortstop, there's different types of ground balls. You got to attack it differently. There's different responsibilities, and sometimes that timing can be off a little bit. I just think he sat back, and once he caught it, really didn't get the feet going maybe quick enough.
It's a pretty immediate decision, isn't it? Kind of like the right the minute it's hit, you got to have that clock going.
I mean, he did the right thing. He kind of sat back. It was about a step to his right. But the minute he catches it, I felt like the feet just didn't get going to get in position to throw. There's a 2-1. With Romy Gonzalez, just today, just talking about after that big hit he had last night. It's a very interesting things to talk about the approach of the Sox in camp. There's a 2-2 pitch to Bichette. That's a swing and a miss on a good slider at 85. You know, he struggled. He was injured out in Chicago because I asked him, the White Sox are a bad team. How do they let you go? And he had an injury, so they just released him. He comes to Fenway, comes to Red Sox, felt healthier. There's a fly ball, shallow left field. Looks like Devers has it under control, and Spencer Horwitz is retired. So the Blue Jays put nothing on. That error by Rafaela doesn't hurt at all. We're going to head to the bottom of the sixth. The score still 9-2. Get more into that story about Romy Gonzalez when we come back. On the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you.
Our technology can locate and remove potentially harmful posts on social media. Visit lifebrand.life for a free scan. Protect your children's future from their past.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities. Hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world, turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
Ask your smart speaker to
have a leadoff triple.
And was it going to hit on the left side of the line? I think it was. So that is an automatic double. That fan may have seen his last pitch at Fenway for this ball game anyway.
Yeah, you don't know where that was going to kick around, but Devers once again unloads on a fastball from Gossman. It's going to bring up the year, and he drives Raffy Devers in to cut this deficit to 9-4.
Stay hot, Lou. Stay hot, T.O. I mean, that is launch. And on any other day, in any other series, that'd be the biggest home run we've seen. I mean, that is, for Devers, a homer everywhere else. In baseball. And O'Neill, that is a home run everywhere that's ever played baseball.
113 off the bat for Tyler O'Neill. 113 off the bat, 448 to left. Here's the 2-1 to Yoshida, fouled straight back.
Again, this is where, because of the way the Red Sox are doing it, you know, the remarkable thing about this run they're on is they've not pitched that great, other than Tanner Houck. That's why, you know, those mistakes that they made at the end of Bayo's outing.
Four. I think you get another 2 or 3 here in the next couple innings. You can make it real interesting.
Let's do it again.
You know, again, that 7-run third. You have that. Mulligan tried to get it down to 3 or 4 runs, kept you in the game. Just weren't able to do it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball. Fielder's choice, but 9-4 here at bottom of the 6th. First pitch fouled straight back by Dom Smith.
The way they're going, I bet you this Red Sox dugout believes a little bit right now.
Well, there's a lot of youth in that bench right now, and when you have youth, it's just sort of like, I don't know what the score is, but I got things to work on, so every at-bat means something to me. Here's the 0-1
for this offense.
Gossman ahead 0-2 to Smith. 1 out here in the 6th. There's a little ground ball roll over into that Sox dugout.
You did. Here they changed the O'Neill triple to an error, right?
Yeah, I figured they had to. Just put that line down and make it a 3. Do 3 lines, right, for a triple?
Yeah.
So I don't connect them. Throw a 3 in the end. Tough night for Vlad. Out.
Do you ever use whiteout?
I have a pen. I know Joe's got the actual jar.
The brush.
Yeah, the brush. It's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a split down. Away, and Smith is retired. I didn't finish that Romy story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they started hitting the ball all over the place.
PowerPoint presentation. They put it up on the board. I think I'm liking this plan that they put together. It's very individualized. Is the 0-1's fouled straight back again by Reese McGuire.
I think that's so encouraging about the future with this group in place. And whether it's Andrew Bailey, Kevin Walker, Pete Fatsy, Louis Ortiz, whomever, I've talked to so many coaches about how that work started for them like in November.
Well, they put the plan together in the offseason, then they go and they visit and they make sure these guys execute it. The videos are put on tablets. It's an amazing setup. misses with a split down. He runs this count even 2-2. But it even goes back to the way they're doing hitters meetings now. Like when I was playing, it was one meeting, talk about the pitchers, what they have. Now they call everybody in because everybody is different. I love the fact they do that. Damon talks, and everyone's different. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Gossman. There's a drive to center field. Drives Kiermaier back to the track, but he has control. A little hop as he catches it. Flips it out to center field, and this side is retired. But the Red Sox get 2. On a Tyler O'Neill home run, we're going to head to the 7th inning. They trail this one 9-4 on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Sweeten up your summer with juicy fresh cherries, now on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Hey, it's Lou. Today through Thursday, pick up amazingly delicious Northwest cherries, only $2.99 a pound. Yeah, that's right, Northwest of the Red Sox Radio Network. At 110 Grill, you'll find modern American cuisine in a trendy, casual atmosphere. Visit one of 110 Grill's 36 locations all throughout New England, where you can enjoy favorites like pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken caprese, steak tips, and so much more. The 110 Grill menu features the freshest ingredients, and 100% of their core menu can be made gluten-free. 110 Grill is an official
entry. Visit massmutual.com/Red Sox. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. No purchase necessary. 50 U.S. and D.C. 18 plus, ends 5 p.m. Eastern on 9/30. Grand prize entry. Period only through 11:59 p.m. Eastern on 7/31/2024. Sponsored by Mass Mutual.
Visit the 99 restaurants the day after the Red Sox win, and 99 Rewards members get a free kids meal with every adult entree purchased. The
WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, Josh Winkowski is going to give you some innings here tonight. He's back out for his 3rd inning. He's going to face the middle of this lineup, Guerrero, Turner, and Springer. It's your Herb Chambers batting order. It's sponsored by Herb Chambers Chevrolet of Danvers. Here in that 7th. Inning. This copyright broadcast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without foul ball. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station ID.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM. HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
0-2 to Vlad. Here's the pitch. That's going to be laced down the right field line. Opening that upper decks.
We opened the show today saying stay away from Vlad. I think we can just record that and play it before the first pitch tomorrow.
I agree. Vladdy. A good sinker at 95. Don't want to get the big man to extend his hands. You can crowd him in. Wink does a nice job of getting that sinker in for the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Justin Turner. He's 0 for 2 in this one, but he's
lasted just 4 innings against the Mets, walked 4, and gave up 4 home runs.
Wow. Winkowski misses with fastball down. Time now for a Subaru of New England scoreboard. Cleveland still beating Baltimore 10-8, bottom of the 8th. Tampa Bay up 7-3 on Seattle. Subaru of New England.com. George Springer comes to the plate. He hit the big 3-run homer off Bayo that ended his night. The hanging slider he put it in the Red Sox bullpen. George is not catching up with fastballs, and he got Bayo twice, once in Toronto on a slider. And again here at Fenway Park. That's the first pitch from Winkowski. That's a fastball. 95.
Left-hander up for the Blue Jays, beg your pardon. Well, that means, I would think, even though they're...
Brings up Addison Barger. 7th inning, sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. The exclusive Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program will help you grow and manage your paint business. No action in the Red Sox bullpen. You got to believe Winks might be giving you 5 or 6 here tonight. Finish this thing off. Springer's on first. 7 earned runs. He walked 3, struck out 2, gave up a home run to Springer that ended his night. Here's the 1-0 to Bargy. Another cutter in. He fists it down that first baseline foul. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Hurry in. Epic offers are going fast. The Nissan Pick offers are going fast. The Nissan Thrill of Summer Sales event. Shop your...
Looking at Christian Campbell, this kid who's gotten to Portland and erupted. He had another home run tonight. 4 AA home runs in 18 games.
From what I understand, it's not the prettiest swing, but he's hitting the ball hard. He's barreling everything. Almost like Hunter Pence. Remember Hunter Pence?
I do.
That odd swing, but he could hit. This little changeup, Winkowski misses away. Gets the count 3-1 in Barger's favor here.
I saw this one. It was video of it.
So you got Meyer and Anthony and Teal. Chad Epperson likes writing that lineup out every night down in Portland. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Springer's going to be on the run. Dom Smith playing behind him. Devers in straight up shortstop. Rafael up the middle, and Valdez pretty much straight up. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a good cutter down and in. And Winkowski gets out of that 2-out single by Springer.
About partnering with you along with your vehicle ownership journey. With the best rewards program in the business, Matthews Rewards Plus, you bank 25% of everything spend on service, and you can use it to spend on service, and you can use it to save up to $5,000 off a future vehicle purchase. And at Matthews Nissan, no one gets a better deal than you. Our haggle.
Through Thursday, pick up amazingly delicious Northwest cherries for only $2.99 a pound. Yes, that's right. Northwest cherries are just $2.99 a pound. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry in and get cherries for snacks and delectable desserts. Shaw's in Star Market, the official supermarket.
Just wait to get some traffic on. There's a 1-1 and Duran fouled off.
Ooh.
Chopped up. Actually might have got him in the face off the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of laughs it off. There was a curveball that he hit right into the ground and popped up and got his helmet, just missed that ear. Left ear, but he looks like he's okay. And yeah, you got some bats on this bench, but I think you're waiting for traffic, the right spot. He's down and away, and Duran goes down swinging. If we can get up, get a few guys on to get him back up in the ninth to try to extend that 14-game hitting streak he's currently on. Well, Manuel Valdez will bat against the lefty. He's 1 for 3 on the night.
That's one of the things that's so weird about this Blue Jay team. I mean, they have all these dudes who go 6 innings all the time.
We haven't even seen Barrios, Kikuchi, Bassett, Gossman. They go 6 every single night. And they can't figure it out. Here's the 2-0 to Valdez. That's going to be in there for a strike.
I know if you were running the Red Sox trade room at the deadline, Chris Bassett would be like your number 1 target.
100%. I've loved watching him pitch.
At the deadline, Chris Bassett would be like your number 1 target.
100%. Being part of their future at the deadline? Maybe if it is, it's just a 5th starter or lower level bat, but if you're going to dive in, you go get a guy you got under control for a year and a half. I'll do that all day. 3-1 swing and a miss from Valdez. Looks like he's going to call a timeout. Kind of lost the grip on that bat. That fall through was just with one hand. Awkward swing. That's what you do, right? You go get somebody not just for now, you get somebody for next year to go with some of the young guns that you have.
Well, as the roster's really forming into place,
William Abreu was 0 for 3 on this night. Romy, of course, the big hit last night, 6-4, bases loaded. They had just walked Ref Schneider, and he came in off Zach. Pop, first pitch, soft line drive to center field. That was the big. Abreu maybe go out to right field. We've seen him. A lot of teams have to have two guys to do kind of what he does, but good player. Here he is now. He steps in on Little. Valdez is on first. First pitch is a little curveball down and away. Well, Alex Cora pulling one of his chips here with Romy dirt.
He'd love to get the dude on deck to the plate here with a couple men on.
And they got Richards out there, the righty, but he's so change-up heavy. He's tough on both sides. You would think they're leaving the lefty in the face. Devers, if you can get to him here, it's a 2-1 count to Romy.
This should be a pitch that challenges Romy, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should. You know, but then the guy on the mound, his pitch is the curveball, but you have to sit dead red. Plus, he's got 95, 96 in the tank. And if he throws you that curveball, you try to fight it off to buy another pitch. So here we go. Valdez is going to be running 3. Barger out in left field, pretty much just sitting in that left center gap. A lot of room down that left field line. Little comes set. Lifts his leg and delivers. Here it is. He misses outside. Angle for a double. You've seen the ball real well. So you can do some little bit of magic here against Brendan Little. Sox trail 9-4, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike. Good sinker at 96. Gonzalez on first, Valdez on second. Tyler O'Neill. Little's ahead of Devers 1-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball down away. He's able to hold up. Nice block by Jansen. Even the count 2-2.
He wasn't going to do anything with the sinkers he took either. They were perfect pitches.
Even the count 2-2.
He wasn't going to do anything with the sinkers he took either. They were perfect pitches.
IDMC.org to learn more about the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. 3-2 count. Runners will be moving here in the 7th. Little comes set. Runners go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Raffy Devers. And Little gets out of a jam here in the 7th. We're going to head to the 8th. Sox still trail this one 9-4. And the Red Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
It's the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and here's the pitch. It's a deep shot to left center field. It's
15. Hey, Boston fans. Right now at Verizon, new and existing customers can get the amazing iPhone 15. Enjoy tons of storage for all the ballpark picks this summer. There's a deal out there for everyone at Verizon.
For the 47th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains.
Professional.
Wow, what a play, Tom. Can't beat those living benefits.
And in Melrose, Kelly applied for disability income insurance.
Now that's planning for the future.
Insurance, planning, investment. We're here for life's major plays, on or off the field. Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com/Red Sox. Securities and advisory services offered through MML Investor Services, LLC. Member SIPC and a Mass Mutual subsidiary.
Visit the 99 restaurants the day after the Red Sox
to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Well, Josh Winkowski continuing in the game. He's done his job tonight. Danny Jansen in the top of the 8th. Wink throws, and Danny takes a strike on the inside corner. Winkowski came on in the 4th inning. Did make the one mistake to Guerrero. Ran to left and O'Neill to right.
It's something you forget about with Rafaela.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's in there at shortstop, you just... They've done this a lot. They can pinch hit for anybody. You can go out to center field. It gives you a lot of flexibility.
Such a luxury. Another one to Romy. He has it. Throws.
And the changeup 91-92, he's actually throwing more strikes with it, like they talked about, and getting some bad contact, easy outs. But it's really, for me, it's the sweeper that he's dropped down to about 80. $3 miles an hour.
Swing and a miss at a cutter.
The cutter's really good, but the slider used to be like 87. So he just changed the grip. He bought into this sweeper mentality. So now he's got something in those lower 80s to attack, and we're talking about attacking with different velocity.
And I think after the carom off the glove of Winkowski, that's why they scored a hit. And they should. Did you ever feel that? That way as an infielder when you go into the game, it's coming right to you?
Yeah, and if I kicked the ball up a little bit like that and they gave it a hit, I'd be very thankful. And I know it was a tough play, but very generous.
2 down. Here's Bo Bichette.
Third inning, right? It was a 2-2 ball game, man on third, nobody out. Bo Bichette up. He's been on the IL for 10 days. Didn't really do a rehab. Was in a $185 at 14 games going into the IL. Hasn't been swinging it, and he ended up walking. Him walking Horwitz, and that just...
And saving you money for everything from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic diseases like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Everyone in Massachusetts is required to have health insurance. If you it, go to mahealthconnector.org today and find the right plan for you and your family. That's mahealthconnector.org.
Hey, Christian Fourier here, and no one is happier than I am. You know that ankle that I've been complaining about? The one that's been barking at me since my playing days? The one I just had surgery? Why not give my injured shoulder a go? Because it's been bugging me as well. I mean, it takes less than 15 minutes with their exclusive robotic laser, so why not? The next day, I felt like $1 million. With only a few more painless treatments, and that too will be 100%. Seriously, guys, Ortho Laser's FDA-approved laser is real and doesn't cost thousands of dollars.
To the bottom of the eighth we go. Trevor Richards is on for the Blue Jays. One of the very few dependable bullpen arms. 9-4 Toronto. And the Canadian man, Tyler O'Neill, leads it off. And he takes strike one. Good change up. That's his bread and butter, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, his changeup is fantastic. His fastball is like 92, and he kind of lives there with both of them. The changeup's about 79, 78. Huge vertical drop. Only hitting 126 overall against this guy, 100 off that pitch.
O'Neill hit one to the moon his last time. He takes a ball here, and it's 2-1. O'Neill now with 16 home runs. He and Raffy have both gone deep. 2-1. Pitch. There it is, a great changeup and a fastball count, and it's 2-2. It's amazing, you know, the Red Sox have done so much of this winning without a lot from O'Neill, who was hurt. And Devers, I mean, he's been very steady this season. It's not to downplay his contribution. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a good take on a changeup. Count is full. Raffy has really contributed. He's at a typical Devers-like season. It's just that he hasn't gone on one of those tears where he just carries the team.
Yeah. When he gets going, the excitement, the energy in the dugout, everything changes.
Here's a swing and a foul into the mitt, and O'Neill is struck out. One away. By the way, Jaron will get one more at bat, at minimum, because of where we are. By the way, Jaron will get one more at bat, at minimum, because of where we are. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. You wonder whether going forward, especially with right-handers on the mound, whether it may be more routine for Hamilton to get starts at second base. He's been so hot. 1-2. Pitch to Massa. Swing and a miss. Bad. Over the top of a changeup, and they're 2 down. It was in the dirt. Jansen.
I hit past Valdez. I think he gets to it and might have a little different look.
2 outs for Bichette. Here is a pitch to Smith. Another change, and it's 0-2. The post-game spread is going to taste a lot better for the Jays, barring a total miracle for Boston. 9-4 with 2 down.
Call from mom. Answer. Call from mom. Answer it. Call silenced.
Instacart knows nothing gets between you and the
Not totally materialized, and there's a lot of pressure on Ross Atkins, the GM, Mark Shapiro, the president, and John Schneider, the manager. 2-2 is outside.
You know, we saw this team last year and again here this year, and I think both of us agree that the loss of Teoscar Hernandez and just maybe what he did against the Red Sox, but it was like it's not over after Vlad. Like he killed. That lineup looks so much different without him in it.
3-2 fouled off. It
maybe
does.
Part of that is maybe the disappointment of a guy like Springer.
Makes the play, and the inning is over. Richards a 1-2-3 eighth. We go to the ninth. 9-4 Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Subaru Summer is finally here. Buckle up for an unforgettable summer in a brand new 2024 Subaru Outback with standard.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lower price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. As Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic and psoriasis. And visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, W.
Incredible. Miami 1-0 on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Duran will bat third in the ninth, trying to push his hitting streak to 15, the 1-1. On the ground, Romy. Incredible. He's been in there for 5 hitters, and all of them have hit it to him.
That is kind of wild.
Incredible. He's been in there for 5 hitters, and all of them have hit it to him.
That is kind of wild. Well, he's getting his ground balls in, isn't he? Down for 4 days.
0-1. Fouled off on the third base sign. And it's 0-2.
But you've recently sent down guys like Boozer and Keller and Criswell. You can't just make the exchange. Those guys have to be down for 15 days, so Wink's going to be on a starter schedule.
Juicy fresh cherries on sale at Shaw's and Star Market, $2.99 a pound. Flip in that third wild card spot, but it does look like the Red Sox will not lose ground in the AL East. Baltimore has lost 2-0. Fouled off by Turner behind our old and very good friend Carlos Febres. It's 2-1. And the Yankees are getting crushed at the Mets 9-2.
Well, you said the other day talking about I mean, you can only do so much.
TV too many times.
You got juries and deliberations. I mean, you know, I'm just trying to kill some time, and I look up and see the standings once in a while.
You're already, by the way, digging for more cases to follow. Fervently, the 3-2 is looped into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Justin Turner. You are a junkie for that stuff.
have taken a 1 for 20, but I panicked. I changed all these things, and now I'm in a beast of a slump. And the pitcher looks like it too with individual games. Why did I panic so much in the third, not wanting to give up a couple of runs?
Here's Springer again, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, and that's part of the maturity, right? Like a veteran starter goes out, gives up 3 in the first.
So a little 2-out rally for the Jays, and it would be understandable, even if that's not loud contact, that Winkowski's on a little bit of fumes here.
85 pitches. 67% strikes, though. A little change up. Me at 91 kind of got him right in the hit zone.
On the outside corner, it's 0-2. And the Red Sox will want to keep the momentum going. Keep winning series.
Well, this is where this guy right now is really doing a valuable job. You got Thursday off. You can have a fresh pen tomorrow with the off day the next day. It's huge.
0-2, just outside, maybe a little high. That easily could have been called a strike. Winkowski thought it was. He's not happy.
That's a tired man.
Yeah.
Right? That's I'm on fumes.
Is a little high. That one was a ball. And it's 3-2. So the runners will get a start here.
Yeah, you just ran into Zach Wheeler game one, and it was like, okay, this guy's really good, and then you sort of took off ever since.
And they've kept that going.
Yeah.
That level has stayed here. 3-2 with 2 down. Big pitch. It is home. And it is strike 3 on the inside corner, and Winkowski fired up coming off the mound. I mean, he probably is upset he didn't get the pitch. He did do a very nice job.
They have them ready at curbside, and they'll deliver them right to my front door. I can see how much money I save, and we all love that. Just visit shaws.com or starmarket.com. You can choose free curbside pickup or delivery. Shaws and Star Market, make them the MVP of your family, too. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting. The Art of Fresh.
This is Danielle Ferrier at Home. We are a leading provider of emergency
Really good year. You'll see Reese McGuire. Blue Jays made some defensive changes. Green fires a strike, 95 on the corner, and it's 0-1. Richards won a scoreless inning. What a job by Josh Winkowski. Reese has hit the ball hard. Tonight, but he is 0 for 3. He fouls this one back. It's 0 for 2. He ripped 2 balls to center field, did McGuire. Ernie Clement is in. He's at third base. Where baseball cliches come true. You go into the game, the ball is coming to you.
Boy, another ball was hit hard by Reese. So one hopper. Kind of back Clement up. Good footwork, got his feet set, good strong throw. Here's a great job by Wink. I mean, you saved this bullpen. You went 6 innings.
And is on deck. 9-4 Blue Jays. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show. Epic offers going fast. Nissan thrill of summer sales. But I always wonder with catchers this time of year. I know Reese 0 for 4 tonight, but he hit the ball hard. You know, Wong played all 3 games in Cincinnati. 0-2. (9-4) Toronto. 1-1 to Jaron. He takes high. Cutter, and it's 2-1. This kind of a spot, this kind of a score, I think you'd be. Okay, if he expanded a little bit, if he finds something he thinks he can handle. And you do want base runners trailing by 5. 2-1. Okay, if he expanded a little bit, if he finds something he thinks he can handle. And you do want base runners trailing by 5. 2-1. The pitch. is stunned a little bit. So the game keeps going.
That got him good.
Bayo was on the mound. He allowed a leadoff double to Danny Jansen and then a little infield bunt hit for Kiner Falefa. After that, Kiermaier hit a ball that Valdez couldn't handle. Walks to Bichette, and Horwitz before a huge two-run. With 6 really strong innings, but unfortunately they are academic. 9-4 Blue Jays totals and Nissan postgame show next from Fenway on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings cap.
And if you didn't call Awaken 180, why not do it now? Fast weight loss, easy weight loss, and then free support for life.
Is that your new niece? On Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer Sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, want to test drive the Rogue? And I'm like, let's go. We're driving when Dave says, check out the VC Turbo.
28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $47.29 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N7824.
This is the Nissan Game Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Of sweeps in the series between the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. You're listening to the Nissan post-game show. Cooper Boardman is here. He'll have you in just a minute. First, let's take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI Studios, 93.
Make 2 errors. Red Sox 4 runs, 5 hits. They made 3 errors, and some of them really hurt tonight. 2 hours and 46 minutes to play it in front of 34,546. Gossman the win. He was on the ropes early. Bayo 7-5 with the loss. And after this game now, Brian Bayo has a 5.55 ERA. We'll start there, Lou. We'll get to some positives and move on to the series finale because the way the Red Sox are playing right now,
stuff. It's about controlling emotions. It's about going out every night and sort of trying to be perfect, right? That's what all these guys want to do. They want to go out and go 7 innings, give up 1 run. They want to go out and go 7 innings, give up 1 run, 7 shutout, whatever it may be. And when something goes wrong, you try to do a little bit too much. It's like, well, I don't want to give up 1 run, or I don't want to give up 2 runs, and you end up looking up and it's a 7 spot. We saw a 5 spot up on them in Chicago in a very similar situation. So that is the frustrating part, because it's in his head, and it's about approach. It's not about stuff. And that is the frustrating part, because it's in his head, and it's about approach. It's not about stuff. And you talk about the Red Sox being able to move on, and that's what you're looking for. And say, if I give up 3 in the third, it's a 3-2 ball game, but I'm going to go out and give you 5 or 6 and stay in and keep my team in it. Instead, it balloons up on him and he gives up 7. He can't get through 3.
And I think that's the other point. 3 would be fine after things are going crazy. But even 4 or 5, I think the pitch to Springer is the one that probably Andrew Bailey and Alex Cora and Jason Varitek, they'll sit down with Reese and Brian and say, guys, did we pay attention to the first at-bat and to Springer lately and to last night, where he just cannot catch up to velocity? And you line. Then Kiner-Falefa lays down a bunt. Okay, right? Then
the play's not made that maybe should have.
That's right. And Will your airmails a throw to third. And then, okay, the game's tied. And you do have a runner at third. So be it. But that's what you're talking about, right? It's a tie game. You got a runner at third and the top of the order, and you walk Bichette and Horwitz. So And to me, Lou, it's not just not moving on. It's exactly what
where it is. And you go for the strikeout. You try to be too fine. You try to freeze him with sinkers and change-ups. And rather than pounding the strike zone, that's what it is for him. It's like throwing strikes. And because of that, you walk him. So now it's first and third. So now we're going to try to do the same thing to Horwitz. We're going to try to punch him out. We're going to try to nibble. We're going to try to freeze him on some pitches.
Kowski did the Red Sox an enormous favor tonight. 6 great innings. He gave up a double to Vladdy, and that was the chopper, though, over Devers' head. It's not like it was some rocket off the wall.
Tonight he's 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. So he is, driven in 7 the last 2 nights. He's a very good hitter. We knew it. The question coming in, a series up in Toronto was like, what's wrong with Vlad? And it was like, well, he can't get the ball in the air. He's hitting the ball hard still. He's having good at-bats. Just can't get in the air. Well, guess what? He's getting the ball in the air.
Yep.
So he's a problem. He's driven in 7 the last 2 nights. Yeah, tomorrow night, same plan to me, and just didn't execute it today. Stay away from him. Make somebody else beat you.
So Winkowski was good, and then I do think in his mind right now, Alex is thinking, well, Devers is on fire. Because he is, and he's doing stuff that we haven't seen is in a sustained stretch, and now O'Neill's lifting off. So, your big hitters on a night where for the first time in forever, the speedsters his last night, Lou.
Nope, they can't.
But why not? Let's
still
ask for that tomorrow.
Just they didn't win. I still had a blast.
Well, and also, now you get to go home. You're going to get some rest.
I am.
And then you're just going to be staring at the phone and the TV all day tomorrow. I think with a lot of New England, too.
Just looking for updates, Will. Just looking for updates.
That was fun. The Red Sox try to win this series from the Blue Jays tomorrow. They'll have Cutter Crawford on the mound. It's a usual 7:10 first pitch, which means booth at Fenway Park with Cooper Boardman, who's got the Nissan postgame show next. 9-4, Blue Jays level this series. Talk to you tomorrow on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps.
amazingly delicious Northwest cherries, only $2.99 a pound. Yeah, that's right. Northwest cherries are now just $2.99 a pound. Short on time? A free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry in and get cherries for snacks and delectable desserts. Shaw's and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer Sales event when Dave, the sales guy, asks, want to test drive the Rogue?
Hear how I got my Sentra.
Now get a low $269 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Shop the Nissan sales event. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. '24 EPA fuel economy estimates from 28 city, 34 highway to 30 city, 37 highway for 2024 Nissan Rogue. Actual mileage may vary. Well-qualified lessees. 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive.
Back live to Fenway Park. Red Sox lose to the Toronto Blue Jays by a final score of 9-4. We're back once again on the post-game show. It is the Nissan post. Game show. Hurry in. Epic offers are going fast at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Cooper Boardman here with you. Red Sox lose, and on a night where this game really never got off the ground tonight, as Toronto scored 7 times in the third, 2 more in the fourth, and despite a 2-spot, thanks to a Tyler O'Neill home run in the bottom of the 6th. Inning. It is a 9-4 final here tonight. And, you look at the story of this game, Red Sox defensively don't do Brian Bayo any favor. Kiner Falefa ends up safe at first base, so they end up with runners on the corners with nobody out in the third inning. And this play right here was the one play in this outing, and there was more after it, and it sets off this whole chain reaction. But this play right here is the difference in Brian.
See it out of his arm too, that this thing was going to be sailed well over Devers' head.
Yeah, Will Fleming, Lou Merlone on the call there of the description of the play that really changed the entire night. And as has been kind of customary over the course of this season, particularly since the month of June, again, Brian Bayo just could not shake off a mistake. And that was, he game. Kiermaier ends up on third base, but from there, Bayo really just could not bear down. He walked Bichette, he walked Spencer Horwitz, and then gives up a 2-run double to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on a pitch on a 3-1 fastball that I think he was lucky to keep in the ballpark. A diving play by Dominic Smith kept the ball on the infield that otherwise would have scored. Out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund 10Ks. Another $500 to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella is here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Offensively, the Red Sox, not a bad night, and they certainly slugged. Kevin Gausman was very good, 6 innings of 4-run ball. Only 3 of those earned his defense. Who has been their closer with the absence of Jordan Romano. So a scoreless inning for Green. He strikes out 1 and ends the ballgame with a Blue Jay win. Red Sox with the loss dropped to 43-37. Jays with a win, now 36-43. Red Sox tonight get 2 home runs, one from Raffy. One from Tyler O'Neill. They have 2 doubles on the night as well. Yoshida off of Gausman in the second, and Devers off of Gausman a little bit later on in the ballgame in the quick time. We'll come back. We will wrap it up here from Fenway and get you what you need to know in terms of what's going on the scoreboard. Yankees are in a back-and-forth game. Get you updated on what the Orioles and the Rays are doing. Orioles and Yankees all playing games that have about 1 million runs in them. So we'll give you the score on all of that and what it all means for the Red Sox, and then get you set up for Red Sox Review. Talk to you until 11 o'clock tonight at 617-7797-937. Once again, you're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. Hurry in. Epic offers are going fast at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Back in a moment on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Life has
trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes in a Nissan Pathfinder. Intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes in a Nissan Pathfinder. The search.